So Puma launched the Puma Future Z 1.2 update, and it is exactly like the original launched a few months back. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and this is boothype.com. Hello and welcome back to boothype.com, and thank you for joining us again as we're talking you through our latest deep dive, and this time it's the Puma Future Z 1.2. Again, jokes aside to what I had in the opening statement, there is a slight update to the boot. It is a 1.2 instead of the original 1.1 because there is a slight update that was launched as compared to the one that was launched earlier in 2021. This was also a recent announcement but got swept away in all the hype for the other announcement, the Puma Ultra 1.3. If you want to view our deep dive into the Puma Ultra 1.3, the link will appear on the screen right now. And if you want to stay with us for the Puma Future Z, let's carry on. Conceptually, the boots are the same from the previous generation. This is Puma's solution to a boot that fits most feet shapes. People have problems finding a boot that fits their unique foot shape, and the Puma Future line has been that solution. In previous generations, they had this custom lacing system that was all across. They had lace loops all across the upper, but in this case they've removed all of those lacing loops in place for just a few simple loops on each side, and what you have is a compression band which takes up that responsibility of adapting across any shape and size of the foot to give you that perfect fit and perfect lockdown as well. The boot fits a bit wide, so if you have moderate or slim width feet, I would say go half a size down. And if you go half a size down for those feet shapes, you'll find that the width is just nice and the length is perfect as well. If you have wide feet, just go through to size. Now, this boot really has really good lockdown all across that midfoot, and I can assure you that with that lockdown you feel very strongly connected to the boot with every step and every quick change of direction. Some of you guys do want to go laceless and remove the laces and get the kind of a laceless look which has been very popular with some boots these days, and I can say that if you look at that playtest that I had, the lockdown is still surprisingly good without the laces. You still get about 80 to 90% of that lockdown quality that you would usually get with laces. But I would still recommend go full laces. I mean, if you're going to be paying top dollar for a boot for its lockdown, might as well get the full value of it with the laces and the compression band as well. The way the boot is engineered, it is modeled after Neymar and its explosive play style. So all the features that you get on the boot aims to assist you with that kind of dribble and burst kind of style of play. You have the lockdown, obviously, for those quick changes of direction with the compression band, and also the ability to twist and pivot easily with the sole plate. So you get kind of this Z-shape torsion, control, what they call the dynamic motion system over here. This gives you a bit of stability through the midfoot, but also the ability, as you can see, all these lines across to be able to twist and bend accordingly for you to make those twists and turns. But then we come to the upper, and for me, both the previous generation 1.1 and 1.2, you get a very close touch from a relatively thin upper, so dribbling and passing, all the touches feels pretty close. Now, what has changed, however, are two things, but none of these have actually affected performance. Number one, the grip patterns. As you can see, the grip patterns over here is this kind of line, this curved line pattern that appears throughout, and then you get the straight lines with this very thick embossed lines over here. It really is, pretty good. It provides some grip when dribbling, but don't expect to give you that kind of spin when it comes to those free kicks. The pattern has changed in this kind of a geometric design that you can see over here. I don't think it will change much in its ability to give you that minimal grip. It is not as embossed as what you get with the previous generation, but again, I don't expect this to change the grip and traction too much with performance. The second thing is the sticky coating that you used to get all across the toe box and the bottom part of the boot right here. As you can see, the sticky coating, which used to be a bit more glossy, has been removed after 1 or 2 sessions on with the boot. It was called Grip Control Pro, but it is gone right now. I mean, they still have technically Grip Control Pro here, but I guess that refers to the grippy textures over here. You get none of that sticky coating. So this is a new boot. I've not worn it yet down in the pitch, but you get none of that sticky coating that I had with the previous generation. And for me, even with the previous generation, I didn't feel too much of a grip and stickiness with the ball. So I think that was a reason why they may have removed it. It didn't add much value, and it might have complicated their cost and production as well. So it might just have been smart for Puma to have removed it to save cost and avoid any complications with production. But overall, 2 changes in the grip textures and the sticky coating. So no sticky coating and a different design, but honestly, it won't change a thing in how you grip and you dribble with the ball. So the Puma Future Z 1.2 is essentially the same boot with those minimal aesthetic changes. Now, if you've always found it hard to find a boot that conforms to your foot shape, I think you should give the Puma Future Z a good go and a good try. It is especially good if your playstyle is someone who makes quick changes in direction and you dribble a lot, because the lockdown from that compression band, whether you get the 1.1 or the 1.2, the lockdown is excellent. Really good, and it holds in your foot really well. It is also pretty light at about 210 grams for US 9, so you feel pretty light on your feet as well. It's also quite a good looking boot as compared to the previous generation Puma Future. I like the previous generation Puma Future, but I thought it looked pretty gaudy, and this is quite a modern take and quite a modern design. You might really like it. And yeah, so there you have it. This is the Puma Future Z 1.2. Let me know what you think about it and drop them in your comments below. So thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to us on YouTube. Visit us on boothype.com for all football boot reviews, and I hope you guys are enjoying your football safely during the pandemic. Cheers, guys.